Hello, so I know the quality is absolutely shit on this laptop webcam thing. It's just a built-in one, but so that's gonna sort of take away from the experience of watching this video and creating it, because I'm basically gonna be flipping through one of my sketchbooks, and that would be this one, which I got from my college. So yeah, I've done a lot of artwork in it, and I just want to give you a taste of what I like to do. So I'm gonna have some little background stories behind some of the things I've created, because I often go through some kinds of thought processes. What the hell? Processes. I don't even know. Is that even a word? Thought process. Yeah, well, I'm going to go through what I think about when I'm creating the artwork, and I often remember it because it's like some sort of significance, because it's like a way of expressing how I'm feeling on the inside. And quite often I go into a meditative state sometimes when I'm drawing, because it's a form of meditation. It's doing something you enjoy. It's like you get into this zone where all you're focusing on is the drawing, and you draw lines, and that increases this other part of your brain, which develops into more ideas and stuff. So yeah, right. I'm gonna start off with this tree. It's a pencil drawing, so you can't really see it very well. I'll bring it closer to the camera. Yeah, so I did this one outside when I was in my residential. We were on an 8-mile walk, and then we were about a quarter of the way in, and we stopped off at this little mine, and it was we were pretty far up the mountain at this point, and yeah, and I'd seen a lot of trees and a lot of grassy, stony areas, so I wanted to incorporate that into my drawing. So at the bottom here, I've tried to draw the grass and the stones, and then I've drawn the roots from the tree, and then yeah, the tree's very simplistic, because up in these mountainy areas, I don't know, it just seemed right to have a bare tree. It just felt like the right thing to do. Okay, moving on. This one I also drew in my residential. I think I was sat in the lounge when I was doing this one. It's a quite spiritual, trippy, a woman's face with big eyes, and you can see the third eye there, which is open. And quite often when I'm drawing people with third eye, they always have this aspect of fear in them, in their expression. And I guess that's because it can be quite a daunting thing to open your third eye, as everything you know and everything you've learned and been taught is pretty much being ripped to shreds. It loses all meaning, you're questioning everything, and that is a scary thing. So I guess that's why often the people who I do draw with third eyes are quite scared. It's not all the time, but it's the odd few. This one's a little bit different, I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'll just show you. I'll go through my thought process in a minute. So as you can see, it's like a boy hanging on strings, and he's naked and he's weighing himself, and there's a bottle of alcohol and a cigarette at the bottom, and he's stitched to this blankness. And for this one I was thinking about society, who's really controlling your mind? Is it you, or are you allowing other people to govern your condition? It's we're told what we can and can't do, and the alcohol bottle and the cigarette at the bottom, because they're legal things, and in this case it could be the government who is governing his mind, and he's allowing that to affect his internal condition. And because he's naked, he's vulnerable, but he doesn't realise it, and he's scared. And yeah, and the blankness, which is the other side, which is only stitches away, is it's the other side, having that peaceful, calm mind where you're in a state of bliss, but he's separate from that, and you can see that he's trying to stitch it all back together, but he hasn't quite made it there yet. So yeah, that's quite a deep one. Here's one I drew. I was in the woods, and yeah, it's another trippy one, a bit abstract. But yeah, I quite like it. It's different, and I don't know. I think this one speaks a lot about me as a person, because it's like trippy and different, and all the lines are like waving together, but none of it's really connected. It's like you can tell it's like a human sort of idea, but it's got like this spiritual, trippy, abstract idea behind it. Like it's a very crazy, trippy drawing, and I enjoy drawing, to be honest. Right, next. Here's another one I did in the same night as the previous one I've just shown you, and again, it's hard to quite put your finger on what it is, but I can see like a few faces in it, and yeah, the colouring's a bit bad. It's like orange and blue. I did it in gel pens, and yeah, I sat on the woods floor, and I think my sister's actually got a video on her phone of me drawing this, so I may upload that separately in the future. Another one I did. This one's quite a happy one. I used pink and yellow, and it is pretty much just a doodle of a snail with the sun. Yeah. So again, I enjoyed doing this one. I like just doing simplistic things, like every now and then, where I put the pen on the paper, start drawing, don't plan it out at all, and I just like carry on following around the lines. And that inspires me to turn it into something. So yeah, that's quite a happy one. Here's another spiritual drawing. It's a naked lady with her third eye open, a very abstract body, hair's flowing all over the place, and yeah. I quite like, I know some people might get a bit weirded out by the whole like nakedness, like naked person sort of thing, but like we're all human, we're pretty much just animals, like intelligent animals. So I see it as a beautiful thing to be able to like express yourself by showing off what's underneath all the clothes we wear. I mean, I've skipped out a few pages here because it's blank. So this one is Alien. I actually did this one under the influence of alcohol, and yeah, it's another quite trippy one. It's like I've drawn the auras around him, and it's like he's almost surrounded by a brick wall, but he's like separate from the brick wall, showing that he's sort of like breaking free from the ideas of society and stuff. And again, his third eye's open, but he looks happy about it. So it's not all doom and gloom, opening up the third eye and like opening the doors of perception. It's like quite often a very positive thing. I did some writing. I may read it. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna make a video after this discussing about my writings, because again, they're like my drawings, but it's more like instead of drawing the lines on the paper, I'm simply writing down my ideas, and yeah, the flow out that way instead. Here's another tricky one. I enjoyed doing this one. I did it at college. It's sort of like an abstract mushroom surrounded by planets and flowers, and then I've sort of tried to I don't know what you'd call that. Like you see in the background where there's like the grid, like it's like sort of like a perception sort of thing, like making it look like this bit's closer than this bit up here. So yeah, that's another tricky one. It's not quite finished. I haven't coloured in the flowers. I've coloured in the mushroom and the plants. What am I talking about? The plants, the planets, and the moons and stuff. But yeah, I feel like I should probably add a little bit more colour into the flowers. Yeah. Here's another trippy one I did. And again, I don't copy things when I'm drawing. I sit there with a blank piece of paper. Often I won't use anything for inspiration other than the way I'm feeling and maybe a few things around me which I can just stare at and allow them to inspire me. But I won't like plant an idea into my head and say I'm going to draw this, because then it often limits your creativity, because when you say you're going to do something, then you're unable, it's makes it harder for you to change your mind and like go into something else. So here's the next one. Yeah, it's like another sort of planet. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to describe this one. It's just lots of like geometric shapes, and I've drawn the sun at the top and the tree. And I guess the trees like represents life, but like instead of just focusing on the tree, I've focused on the roots a lot as well. Like I've made them very like so they stand out, because the roots are what keep the tree alive essentially. Like all we see as from the human perspective of being on top of the ground is the result of what the roots have been doing underneath the ground. Without them roots collecting all the nutrients, then the trees are unable to grow and sprout. So yeah, I wanted to like show the importance of that, and I've drawn the peace symbol and the dark side of the moon. But the dark side of the moon is actually facing the sun, so I don't quite know what that means, but I guess you could say that just because something is in the light, and just because you focus on the light, doesn't mean it's a good thing. Like sometimes you got to turn away from the light and look to the darkness to actually see the luminosity of things and see the good in things. Like, yeah, that's a tricky one. Right, so here's one. Right, I'm going to show you both of these together because they're interlinked. It's a new style I've tried. I can't remember when I did this. I did it a while ago. And so there's the male and the female, both in the same sort of style. I wanted to work on the elements for this. So this one's like the earth and the water. So I did the water for the hair and then like the earth for the body. And this one's more like fire. And what colour skin he's got? He's got pink skin, but you can't really see on the camera. And again, they're naked because I just find it a beautiful thing to be able to express that. Like, it's who we are under our clothes. Right. Here's another one which isn't quite finished, but it's just another tricky one. I wouldn't quite know what to say about it, but yeah, it's quite tricky. And this one is again tricky. I did this one in my friend's house after having a night out, and yeah, it's like sort of like it goes down into the depths of something. I don't know. Again, it's just like one of the things I didn't plan out. I just like stuck at it and kept drawing and drawing and drawing until eventually I came up with my finished product, and I like it. These ones I did when I was drunk, so the only like I wouldn't be able to say much about them. Again, the best on the naked people sort of thing. I'll show you some more. I did these and like I actually drew my friends, right? There's just another naked one on the side here, and this is my friend Kay. I was drunk when I drew it, so I don't judge, but I actually find them quite interesting because I wasn't holding back. I was just like going for it and drawing. This is my other friend Tony. I was drunk, so yeah, that's my excuse, right? Here's another one I did at college, just in my spare time. I called it candy flipping because obviously, as you know, when you candy flip, your pupils go massive, huge, and I really wanted to capture the essence of that. And I drew out like the crazy lines in the background and stuff to like represent the visuals you have on it and how like hard it is to depict them all. So yeah, I did that, and the pupils like an array of colours. But again, it won't really pick up on the camera with it being like high quality and stuff. This one I did at college as well. So basically, me and my friend Emily decided that we were going to sit and draw penises. And this is what I came up with. We didn't look at a picture, we just drew. Like, I don't think it's too bad. But yeah. I understand that people are going to get a little bit judgmental about some of the things I draw, but you know what? Get over it. It's my channel. Right. Here's another one. I don't know where I was aiming with this. It's just like a lot of lines in the paper. I guess it's not really finished. Okay. And the first one I did in this book is a naked guy with his third eye open again. But this guy, he looks very happy. Like, he looks like comfortable in being himself, and he's like, his hair's a bit all over the place, and looks a bit crazy, yeah. So anyway, that's the end of this sketchbook. I've got a few more little notebooks if you want me to make some more videos like explaining the things that I draw or write. Then let me know in the comment section, and thank you for watching. I know this video is a bit longer, but it takes time, doesn't it? So if you got this far, leave a like, comment more videos that you want me to make, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.